close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I am wearing a shirt. But today I use the new Urban Decay, or it's new, but I mean it's been out for a while, I just haven't bought it. But this is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. You guys asked for some color and you wanted me to do a first impressions with it, so that is what I did today, and it is stunning. So you get 21 shades, matte, shimmer, satins, that type of deal, and the palette is $49, and I really did love it. So I want to play around with some more looks. If there's like specific colors in the palette that you guys want to see a look done with, let me know down in the comments below. But I'm not going to ramble on because the video is long enough, so if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, then just keep watching. Okay, so like I said in my little foundation video, I'm going to sometimes do my blush and highlight on camera. For my blush, I'm going to take Nars Lustre and just do a little bit of that, which a little bit to me is still a lot. But I'm going to do like some of that kind of navy bluish shade in the palette, so I don't want it to be too pink or anything like that, but I also don't want to be too neutral, and I used a more orangey bronzer, so we're just gonna use the Lustre from Nars. And this is a Morphe E4 angled blush brush. And then of course I put some on the tip of my nose. I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the shade 10, which is very light. I'm on the last legs of it, so I'm having to shake it up a bunch every time I need to get some out, but I still don't have very much. I'm just going to carve out my cheeks and clean up this contour because I used a cream contour today. And I always get messy with it, and I have so much peach fuzz on my face now. I feel like the Halo Beauty vitamins are making my facial hair grow. Even though it's still blonde, it's just like so much thicker, especially like around my eyes. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my Insta stories talking about it. And I bought the little face razors to shave my face with, but I don't know, like I don't want to have to do that and keep doing it, you know? So I don't know for certain that it's the Halo Beauty, but I'm on my 3rd month of it, so, and I have another bottle, but I don't want to keep taking it if I think it's making my facial hair grow. Okay, so we're going to use this Born to Run palette. I know that it's been out for a minute now, maybe a month or two. I'm late getting on board with this one. So first things first with the eyes, to really get good payoff in this palette to determine if I really love it or not, I'm going to use my P.Louise makeup base. This is in the shade Rumor 02. So you need a very, very small amount, but you just pack it onto your lids and you do not set it down with the powder before you go in with your eyeshadows. So this is like my 3rd time using it, I believe, and it is really good. This is the MAC 242S. So I'm just gonna pack that on. Okay, let's jump into the eyes. So this palette has like 2 light transition shades. I'm considering these 2 transitions, and then like browns, the orange right there, then you got browns up here, and then all the rest are shimmer or satin, other than the really pretty like magenta shade right here. So first thing I'm going to take is the shade Weekender. A little bit of kickback in the pan, I don't care. I know some people do. So tap off the excess, which is a lot. Just gonna blend that in. It's really pretty much the same color as the primer, so I'm gonna have to use a little corally shade. But this is a Morphe M502 blending brush. Now I'm going to take Still Shot, which is that kind of corally peachy shade, on the same blending brush, and just kind of work that all over my crease for the most part. But as the transition, bring it into the inner corner as well, or toward the inner corner, just all over my lid basically. I'm just building it up. Focusing more on the outer half of the crease. Now my error is going right here, and so is the fan above my head, which is not on full blast like it was in my last video, but I have not been adding music to the background of my videos when I do talk throughs, because I know some people don't like that. Or do you think the silence is kind of like deafening? Let me know, because the music is one less thing that I have to put in the description box and one less thing that I have to do while I'm editing to like make sure the volume sounds okay and stuff. So let me know what you guys think about not having background music in a tutorial. Next, let's use Riff right here. It's a really like yellow kind of puke brown, which doesn't sound very pleasant, but it is pretty in makeup looks. So I'm focusing on a little bit lower down on my crease, but I will blend the peach and the brown together. And I'm still using that same Morphe M502 blending brush. Alright, next I'm going to jump into the brighter orange, which is Blaze right here, and do the same thing. Lay it right over and focus it more on the lower half. Wait, Blaze? I said Blaze. This is Baja. Baja, not Blaze. I have wiped off the brush and I'm just using no product on it just to kind of blend everything out, make sure it's really seamless. And I don't usually do this, but I am kind of dragging it out a little bit more because I'm not going to do winged eyeliner, but I will do a more dramatic pair of lashes. So just to kind of give it more of a shape, that's what I'm doing, which I'll have to get used to because I do not do that. Okay, first, before I go in with a dark brown, because I'm going to use Radio, which is that really pretty kind of gunmetal meets navy and teal color, I'm going to take Double Life, which is so pretty. This is one of the shades of the palette that made me want to buy it when I swatched it in store, but it's like a blackened kind of copper, and I'm going to use that in my crease actually with a smaller brush. This is the Sigma E25, but I'm just going to tap into that, or I'm just going to dip into that and really focus it right above my mobile lid, so like right there. And we may build up with some darker brown after I put on the blue, but I just want to see what this looks like first. So I was talking to one of you guys on Instagram, and you told me to get the palette because I created a poll, said do I need this or not, because I had 5 times points at Ulta on Urban Decay. You guys were like yes. Well, like 60% of you guys were like yes. The other 40% said I did not need it, which I know I don't, but you guys wanted me to film with it, so I went ahead and got it. Anyway, I was talking to one of you guys, and I was like, I just want to do something different with it, because like whenever I sit down with the palette, I do all the same stuff, and this kind of helps with that, because this palette it's got so many different colors that really honestly don't go together. Like obviously yes, that goes together, brown, like that little quad goes together, but you know, they just don't really go. So it kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit, to try to be more creative, because I'm certainly not creative. And whenever I sit down to do an eyeshadow look, I'm just like, okay, brown. And I wish my mind went to cut creases and glitter tears, that kind of stuff. It just doesn't. But so I'm adding a little bit of, what's that, Double Life? Yes, Double Life over here, and blending it ever so slightly just to try to make them more even. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. And I'm gonna wipe off that E25 and then carry out that Double Life shade a little bit more with no additional product on the brush. Now we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into Radio. So I really want to build this color up and make it pop. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the P.Louise base. And I've never done a cut crease before. And you guys asked me to do a video of trying out a cut crease for the first time. So I'm not gonna do that today, but I'm just gonna try to see what happens whenever I do this. Sorry, I'm just trying to look. I've seen, if you like look up, because my eyelids are hooded. Hooded meaning that the mobile part of your lid, like when you blink, that actually moves, mobile, will transfer onto the top portion of your lid. So looking up kind of helps me map out where to go for this little baby cut crease. And this little detailer brush is the M170-2 from Morphe. My friend Megan, who I talk about probably too much, she paints, and she turned me on to this brush. And this is the first time ever using it, because this is what she likes to use for cut creases. My nail polish, which I've worn before, and just not ever thought to say it in the video, is D&D gel polish in the shade Bluebell. It's my favorite blue. I love it, and it is so, so pretty. Let me carry that into my inner corner in case I do a pop of color or an inner corner highlight, whatever. Still haven't decided. And now I'm going to take the shade Radio. And as always, I'm just going to take that on my finger, which it looks more like, it looks a lot more like blue in the viewfinder, but it's definitely not that blue in person. It's a gorgeous shade though. Kind of reminds me of the blue, and ooh, it does go more blue in the eyes, so girl. Anyway, it reminds me of that Melt makeup little stack. It's got like the red, the purple, the blue, and like a cream color. It was like one of the first ones that they came out with. That's what it reminds me of. But in a more shimmery version. I think that one is a matte. Okay, let me use a little brush. I'm gonna take this Morphe E36 little pencil brush. It's kind of fluffy. This is definitely not a cut crease, but it's still pretty. I'll have to work on it. And before I get too far off, I'm going to take Breakaway, which is more of like a kind of satin cream color, on that same little pencil brush, and just go ahead and pop that onto my inner corner. Just to add a little bit of brightness there. And I am blending it into that blue right there in my tear duct, just so that it's not like such a huge difference in contrast. So just a little bit of dragging up. We leave for Scotland in 2 days. I have not packed a thing. But I'm obviously not too concerned because here I am filming. But I wanted to have a video out for you guys before we left. So now I'm going to go back in with that Sigma E25 and take Double Life again. And really pack that on this time. And just drag it into Radio. So pack it on, drag to blend. I just love that technique because it just gives you so much control over where you're placing the color. Drag and blend, girl, drag and blend. Okay, and now I want to add a little bit more of the blue, so I'm going to take Radio again on my finger, go right back over it, and then drag it into Double Life. A little bit, not much. Like we need something. I've got this little Ulta Beauty Metal Maniac double-ended thing. It came with 3 different colors, so I think I'll use the silver. I don't know. But it's super, super pretty. And this side is the liner side, but I don't know if I want to use that big old brush. So I think I'm going to take, this is the Aesthetica eyeliner brush. It doesn't actually have the name on it, but that's what I'm calling it. Okay, so little bitty fine tip. Dip that into the glitter up on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go right bitch, you can't see it. You guys, I just messed it up. Reverse. Put it in reverse, Terry. Okay, this is, now you guys know why I don't get creative, okay? Okay. I'm going back in with radio. Let's try to cover up the damage there. Now, just to use another shade from the palette, I'm actually going to take Big Sky right here because it has a little bit more shimmer than radio. It's actually got like shimmer to it. So I'm going to take that on my finger and just lightly press it over radio. So it doesn't take away too much of that blue color, but it just makes it pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to take Jet, which is the kind of satin black right here. It's not matte, and it's not shimmery. And I'm just going to use that on a Morphe M432 to press that in above my lashes before we go in with false lashes. Let's jump to the lower lash line now. Let's take Baja on a pencil brush, run that underneath. Then I'm going to take Still Shot, the peachy shade. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take Breakaway again on that little Morphe E36 brush. And then for my eyeliner, I'm going to take LSD from Urban Decay, which is a black with navy blue shimmer in it. But it's not really black, it's just a deep, deep blue with blue flecks of glitter in it. Let's go ahead and pop on some highlight. I'm going to take Precious Petals from Wet n Wild on my Morphe M501. I don't want anything too gold, I don't want anything too pink. This kind of falls in the middle without being like too white on my skin tone. Okay, a little bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit above my eyebrows, just what's left on the brush. Okay, so I went ahead and put on hot mascara and curled my lashes, and while I'm waiting for the glue to dry on the lashes, I'm going to put on some bottom mascara. This is the Benefit They're Real. So we're trying out these new Icon Drunk in Love eyelashes. And they're already pretty affordable, but I have a 30% off coupon code that you guys can use, which is bomb, like 30%. So generous. So I always go in from above my eyelashes, just kind of looking up slightly so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing without getting them in my natural lashes. And I place them in the center, tug them if needed, and then I'll do inner corner, outer corner. Now that is so pretty. Yes, it looks super dramatic on the viewfinder, like you can hardly even see the blue, but I like it. Okay, so this is Style Drunk in Love from Icon. I will leave a link to this exact pair on their website. Oh, I love it. Okay, so go from the top. Just kind of fluff them up a little bit. Okay, we're bringing the drama today, honey. And for lips, I want to do something pretty neutral. So I think I'll take the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude lip pencil. It needs to be sharpened. Oh my gosh, these eyelashes. Like, they feel comfortable, but I'm like, holy crap, this is not an Ardell Demi Wispy. I don't know why I just did my top lip first, or part of it. Okay, so random, totally in the middle. I'm gonna set my face so I can fix my hair and, you know, get presentable looking. Take a shower in the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It's my favorite. Take my damp sponge and just kind of press that into my skin. Okay, she's a different girl. Okay, lips are lined. I want to use this color from Sephora. I just don't want it to be too light. So if it's too light, I'm gonna reach for another color. I don't know, but this is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 32. And that is a little bit lighter than what I want. So I'm going to take bow and arrow and literally just do like one little stripe. Then go back in with this. I'm going to take my little brow palette that I always use in the shade 02 for brown hair by Tonya Crooks, the Brow Gal. And you can use this big like dome eyeshadow brush that I bought from Walgreens like 6 years ago. And just kind of fill in my hairline a little bit. And then one more thing before we wrap this thing up, I'm going to go back into the palette and take that Hideaway shade, I'm sorry, Breakaway, which it looks super bright on camera. It's not that bright in person. And I'm just gonna set right above my brow because I still have that P.Louise base on and I didn't actually take any shadow up there, so it's still kind of luminous and dewy, and I want it to be kind of flat like the rest of my eyes. So set that down with that shade, and I'm gonna go back in with my M502 and just blend that together. And that is it for this makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I tried really hard to do a cut crease. This is obviously not a cut crease. You can still see the glitter that was left behind from my little mistake. But you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not a makeup genius. So I still have to learn. But I really did like this palette, and I want to try some more looks with it because the shadows blended so nicely and I think it looks really pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.